Hello and welcome to another Cracking the Cryptic. Now, Simon suggested that I have a go at the monthly club special for May from the Times Crossword site. Not convinced this is going to be very suitable viewing. These puzzles are especially hard, therefore it's going to take quite a while. And nonetheless, he suggested I have a go, so I'm going to try it and we'll see how we get on. Not necessarily puzzles that I should really be attempting to solve without consulting the dictionary regularly. One across. Gang of 13 youths, initially 5, turning into 99. The gang of 13 is a coven. Maybe. And youths initially would be Y. Don't know. One down. 8-1. That's a very odd enumeration. Since informally retaining French in speaking, the writer's signal is complex. So I think complex is the definition, but what sort of complex is 8-1? Q, the writer's signal, the letter Q? Yeah, my Q or something. Something Q. I should probably know what ends in Q. I'm pretty sure it ends in Q, a homophone for signal Q. Source of drug, not quite enough for Anthony or Thomas. Not quite enough. Source of drug, quintuplet? Anthony or Thomas? Don't think so. 13. Force to cut down old New Zealand tree. Rimu is a New Zealand tree, but I don't know why it would be forced to cut down. 11. These rodents bound to strike. Turning it. It's too long. I can't really get a hand on that. Nick in Muslim country, close to the Baltics, oddly. Well, Baltics oddly would be BLIS. Yeah. Eblis. I think that is a Muslim version of Satan. Don't know about the Q still. Short works, a Manx cat. Short work. Op, maybe? No. A Manx cat's tongue made. Tongue made, maybe an artificial language. Short work. I want that to be ops. A Manx must mean kind of without a tail, without its last letter. Cat, lynx, leopard. Not really. Treatment of numbers and lines of address. Well, nos would fit. Nostro. No. Gonna have to go somewhere else. 4 across. Let's see if we can get going up here. Character making central dip in grass in order to see antelope. Doesn't mean anything to me. 4 down. Clubs in green and black. Up for Italian game. Yeah, bocce. Okay. Clubs is the letter C. Black is the letter B. Eco is green as a kind of prefix. Put that up and you get bocce, which is the Italian version of bowls. Character making central dip. Well, there's a blesbok. That would fit, but grass. That's probably other. Antelopes beginning with B. Once all over, we cheer a first for Henry wildly. Must be an anagram of we cheer AH. But to be that obvious, it's going to be really once all over. It's going to be a really obscure answer, I imagine. 8 down. Red flag flying over uniform that was once worn by German soldier. Well, that's got to be an anagram of red flag and then the letter U at the end, I think. Flying is the anagram indicator of Feldgrau. Feels like a word. Guessing a bit, and indeed, my Feldgrau. My German is so bad. Geldfrau, gold woman. Why would that be worn by? Maybe that's better. I don't really know. Feldgrau, field something. And an E there is possible in this anagram, but once all over. No, I don't know. 11. These rodents bound to strike, turning a tragic old queen bee's wing. Some sort of nice, I don't know. 5 down. Engaged in comic expression, mostly very chirpy. 6. Polish working party, small to increase in size. Small can be the letter S. Polish could be rub or buff. Holder of invitation initially, shunning president and first lady. Invitation, is that an RSVP? Not really. Holder. Envelope? No. First lady's so often Eve, but then you'd want invitation. Initially, Speeve? Initially, shunning president? No. That's the blinking antelope. Let's try 14. Old King's craft. One firing, the other reversing. Artaxerxes. How about that? Yes, because art is craft, one firing is an axa, and then sex is the other reversing. Polish working party, small to increase in size. What's the X doing there? Don't know. 15 down, beginning with A. Top. Article sat on by girl in class with numerous rings. So that looks like the definition. Article sat on. Top. Acme. Apex. Nah, doesn't look right. Source of drug. Quintuplet doesn't work. Not quite enough. Adequate. For Anthony or Thomas. Aquinas? Quina something. Everyone that? Oh, was right in Feldgrau or Geldfrau. That's interesting. Pest fed first of marigolds, I specially. Right, so this is an anagram of pest fed MI, and it means like the summer gentian. So septemfid. Is that an actual word? Feels like it's a word to me. 7-leaved or something. What an orphan might wish for individually. A pop. Double definition in a way. Friend, concerned to conceal evidence of debts. That must be IOU. Getting round hospital body. Trusts. Well, there's quite a lot of stuff. I mean, there's a friend could be pal. Concerned could be re. Evidence of debt, I don't know. There's too many letters clued there. Something to brush up on, taking answer for one question. Okay, taking answer for one down. Something to brush up on. taking answer for one. So, okay, that's quaff. Ooh. So quiff is something you brush up. And if you put A for answer instead of I for one in it, you get quaff. And that can mean down. To down your drink is to quaff it. Refusal to rear child of 5. To rear. Refusal to rear child of 5, nameless. So the child of 5 is a quin. Nameless, take off the N and you've got qui. Refusal to rear. And it's all a Spanish American is a Yankee with nay being the refusal. Unlucky former Northern Ireland radio presenter. So an old word for unlucky, jinxed. XNI, hosted by DJ. Wow, that's right. Friend, so pal, it's phalanx, isn't it, which is a body. Pal, anxious, concealing IOUs. This is so hard. Angus's riotous behaviour gave a girl spasms. Okay, well that's an anagram of gave a girl. It's got to end in AGE. And it's a Scottish word for riotous behaviour. I don't even know what that is. What is it? Oh, it's stravague was the word I was trying to think of. That's got nothing to do with it. Boy Belgian holds up no more like a clod. That could be glebe if it's a hidden. That G is okay for the anagram at 24. Like a glebe, but I don't really know why that's no more like, no more means old, like a clod. I suppose a glebe is some part of a poor Roy, he is, so that's an anagram. The object of much leg pulling, hosiery, as in pulling up your leg, not like a joke. Thingamy, sound representative of military brass, oompa, taking judge for politicians, so that must be ooja. I've heard of an ooja come flip, but not just an ooja. Windows computer upgrade, Linux originally, L, interrupting you there. So that's oi, oculi. So the first letters of computer upgrade, Linux, interrupting oi. And an oculus is some sort of window. Militia after a month. So Junta and June were going on to tour east. Were going on, is that aging? No. I wanted to mean June, but I can't think of the rest. Monitors, brief iguanas would fit, and that would work with an N from June. Briefly dropping guano without the O in bias without the heading. So it is iguanas. It doesn't really advance me. This, even if I get this as an I don't know if it's grivelage or gliverage. Foolhardy spirit climbing Himalayan mountain in state of confusion. K2, Everest. Probably foolhardy is the definition. Spirit climbing. Is K1 a mountain? I don't know. Back to this militia. Militia after a month. Junketeer were going on. I mean, to tour east means going around the letter E, but I don't know what the rest is. What is this? Source of drug. Quin something. Not quite enough for Anthony. Anthony Quinn. Is there a Thomas Quinn, or do I need another person called Thomas? Anthony Quinn, the actor, but yeah, I think I need somebody called Thomas. Thomas Aquinas. Quina. Which is probably the source of a drug. I mean, that is quinine. That must be the plant that gives us quinine. Foolhardy spirit. I'm not getting very useful letters here. Climbing Himalayan mountain can be well, I don't know. A mountain can be an Alp, but it's obviously not a Himalayan one. 15. Article sat on by girl, so that could be Anne. Sometimes a girl. Article could be annulo. An annulus is a ring, so top article sat on by girl in class. Oh, okay, the whole thing's a class with numerous rings. Lid. Yeah, there we go. Annelida. They're worms with rings, I think, in. And lid A after Anne with an E. Okay, so the I has to be there. Can't be Gilravage, so it has to be Gilvarage. There is a name McGilvery in Scottish, so I suppose that's construction that works. Militia after a month were going on. So, oh, Jan could be the month as well. Were going on. I mean, to go on can be anything. It could be to ramble away, or to carry on, or to board. Were going on. And it could be Jan or Jun or even June. Oh, that's hard. Foolhardy spirit climbing Himalayan mountain in state of confusion. I mean, I've probably been a little bit helped by the fact that I know that these crosswords often have odd letters in. I mean, we're really getting our fill of that today. There's 2 J's already, 3 Q's, 2 X's, 3 X's, no Z's yet. I'm sure it'll be a pangram, so certainly worth keeping our eyes open for Z's. We've had F's and F's ago, 3 F's at least. P, H, B, Y. So we haven't had W's, K's, or Z's. What was this though? Going back to this foolhardy spirit climbing Himalayan mountain in state of confusion. Kamikaze? Have a Z in it would fit. Spirit can be car, K-A. Mikaz, so Ezakimak, would it be it backwards? I don't know, quite like kamikaze for some reason. Let's go back to 6 down ending in an X. Oh yeah, Polish Working Party. Small, to increase in size. There must be a word that means to increase in size ending in an X, whether it's the defined answer or part of the wordplay. But I don't know. And I don't really know where to go now. Is there anything I haven't looked at? 12 across. Worry about, appeal to umpire, peeling off hat. Note. Well, an appeal to umpire is, how's that? But if that, peeling off could be O-W-S-T-H, left. What's the note? And what's worry about? Froust? Roused? I do feel it's got something to do with how's at. Oh, how's at is OWZ if it's peeled off its hat. And then you put a note after it, or you put worry around it and get a note. OWZ are in this. I suppose ZWO if you turned it about, but I don't know. Once all over. Oh yeah, we cheer A and H. You've got to get two H's and a W into this somehow. If this is an anagram of red flag at 8 down, it's just got to begin with the E. Once all over. No real idea there. Now 13 was this New Zealand tree, forced to cut down. Old. So it could be a word for force without the letter O in it for old. And making a New Zealand tree, I'm sure it's going to be a consonant vowel formation. One down. Since informally retaining French in speaking. Okay, French in is en, en. Since could be though, tho. Theno, my, q. The writers feels like it ought to be my, but Pterame, I don't know. Since, was that though? Is that what since means? Not sure. Retaining French in. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling we're getting closer now. It's 2 down. A short work, a Manx cat's tongue made. I don't know. I do not know that. One across. The gang of 13 youths, initially 5, turning into 99. 99 could be IX. Oh. Gang of 13 youths initially could be Y. 5 could be V. Turning into 99. So quite like to put VY into something. Gang of 13. I mean, is there another word for coven that I don't know? Turning into 99. Oh, 99 is a cone, so covine. That could be an old word for coven, and it's got YV turning into cone. 99 ice cream. So since would begin with a C. Since. More than anything, I feel I ought to know this. Shendemiku. Coveny, could it be that? Why? No, it couldn't. I think that's going to be right. Short work. I was thinking a novella, but a Manx cat's tongue made. So the tongue made could be a language. I suppose a Manx cat could just be CA. Oh, there is no normally Esperanto and Neo are the only artificial languages, but Volapük is another one. To cat is to throw up, so that's puke without the E. Vol is a volume. Whoa, there we go. Force to cut down. Old. Evoke without O, no. Probably ends in KE or K. Oh, it could be KA. Force. Don't know. Now, 11 across. These rodents bound to strike, turning a tragic old queen bee's wing. I suppose bee's wing could be just the letter E. Tragic old queen. These rodents bound. Some sort of jumping rodents. Hop something. To strike, turning. Pat, turning into tap. I don't like that. If one down ended in MYQ somehow, then this would be make. That would be a definition. To cut down old New Zealand tree. Well, there could be a mako tree. MAKOE, Makoe. And that would be cutting down old. Certainly possible, but I'm guessing a bit of that now. I really don't know the word. Oh, 3 down with an N. I haven't looked at that. Treatment looks like NOS again for numbers and lines of address. Lines of address. Nostro. Treatment. Nostoc. TOC. Numbers and lines of address. I don't know, and of course I have to remember that Feldgrau is not necessarily right. Field green. Maybe that is right. Okay. Anyway, 5 down. Engaged in comic expression. Eek. Mostly very chirpy. At Twitter? Oh, a something. Comic expression. And then most of very, so it could end in VER. Chirpy being the definition. Engaged. Just don't know where to go now. 6. Polish working party. Small. To increase in size. To snowball or mushroom or... a party that's small. Polish. Rubicon. Rub on... I just don't know. Character making central dip in grass in order to see antelope. I think in order to see is just a link word. Antelope's the definition. So character making central dip in grass. Isn't there some weird antelope like Bonksy with XS in order? Or XI could be the character. Making central dip. I don't know. Holder of invitation, initially shunning president and first lady. Pastor? Shunning P and giving you Astor. She wasn't the first lady to sit in Parliament. Oh, and this worry about appeal to umpire. So I think that's OWZ. But I don't know where it fits into the word. Worry about, worry to do, dowso. That can't be a note. I just don't know where to go now. Right, let's have a look at this one down again. Since, informally. Cause. Retaining French in speaking. So coenzyme Q. Now that's chemistry, I don't know, but it's got cause around N. Oh, what's the Y doing though? Cozy? Cause retaining O in speaking. I don't know. Not quite sure how the Y gets in there, but I feel that's a possible answer. Zapdoodle might be a word. No, idai. It'll be a class name ending in idai. Bound to strike is zap. Turning a tragic old queen. Ida? Queen Ida? Princess Ida. Dido is a tragic old queen. A Dido, and then E for bee's wing. Right, treatment of numbers and lines of address. Ode? Nos and ode? Nosode? I don't know that word. This, I suppose, could be make. I'd prefer to look it up before risking it. 17. Foolhardy spirit. Climbing. Himalayan mountain in state of confusion. And what's this again? Back to this militia. After a month, were going on to tour east. Aged? No, were going on. Were going on. Must be headed or carried. Militia. Is it? Who do you hear about? The Mujahideen, that's what I was thinking about. They're a militia, but that doesn't work. Maybe it's something one hears in the Middle Eastern news occasionally. Janishid or something. Just don't know. Let's get back to this. Once all over, we cheer a first for Henry Wildly. I mean, it's got to be once all over has to be the definition. We cheer a first for Henry. I mean, I still feel eachwhere. I mean, can that be a word? Everywhere, all over. Yeah, should have got that before, I suppose. Engaged in comic. Now, a Twitter does fit. Engaged in is at. Comic expression. Oh, comic wit and expression term, mostly. Thought of a Twitter ages ago. Character making central dip in grass in order to see antelope. Character. Okay, 6 down. Polish. Oh, beeswax. That's a polish. Working party, a bee. It's like a quilting bee. Small and then to wax. There we go. Oops, let's write it correctly. So we've got a chance with the rest of the puzzle. Now, 12. OWZ from how's that? Worry. Worry can be eat. Tools? Worry. See, I want it to be that, but worry would have to be T and one other letter. Or about, oh, towers, so tay could be the note. I don't really know what that means, but it could be a word. So this could end in EVE for the first lady. So holder of invitation. Pre could be initially, shunning P for president. So a reeve might be a holder of an invitation. I know it's a kind of Saxon magistrate, but I don't know why. Character making central dip in grass. Sambar is an antelope. Character making central dip. I suppose M is a character making a central dip. Blab could be to grass. Blabber could be grass. To grass someone up is to blab. In order to see. Ooh, blabber? That's not an antelope. Oh, bock again. So not reeve. Blasbock. No, blambok. So M making the dip in blab, and then OK is in order. So forget reeve. How about holder of invitation? Initially. Shunning president. I'm not sure about blambok either. Keeve. Kep. Keeper. Shunning president, that would be Keir. I just don't know what's going on there. And then we're back to these. Jan, Jun, Junta. Were going. Went is were going. Were going on though. So I think it ends in EED. It begins either J something N or J something U. And I do not know. So that's jawed. Janjaweed. I don't know. I think it's a word. There we go. Jawed around E after Jan. Foolhardy spirit. I thought kamikaze meant death wind or something. Maybe a kamikaze spirit is a foolhardy spirit. Okay. So K1 is a Himalayan mountain. Maze, spirit is car. Foolhardy is kamikaze, spirit is car, maze is a state of confusion, and K1 is a Himalayan mountain. Now we're just left with this. I'm afraid I'm going to look up Blambok at 4 across and I'm going to look up Nosode and Mako because these are things that I do want to know about. So let's have a look at Blambok. No, that's not right. Blasbok feels more like a Blarbok? No. What do we get as a result of that? Blaubok. U is a character that dips in the middle. There's quite a few of them. Blaubok. Let's just check nosode, because I don't know that word. Yes, homeopathic remedy. Didn't know that. Mako for the tree. No. Makio? Is there an anagram of that? No. Oh dear. So I'm probably on the wrong track with Mako. Mako, small evergreen tree of New Zealand. So what's this clue doing? Force. Okay, so force to is make. Cut down and you get an O there. What was Janjaweed as well and Gilveridge? Let's just check those two. Janjaweed's not there. I still think it's right. Gil might be too recent. Oh, Gilveridge is not. Gilravage? Yes, Gilravage. A noisy frolic. My goodness. Okay, I had that wrong as well, worth checking. I might have other things wrong here, but I've still got to get this 7. Oh, let's check towels as well while I'm in the dictionary. Towels. Yeah, there it is. Or towsy. But that wouldn't be a note. So, okay. K something E something E. So holder of invitation. Oh, some sort of initially shunning. President Ike. It's not quite right yet. Okay. Kiev though, I think that is right. A large tub. Maybe that's not a holder of an invitation. At least it's a holder. No, that doesn't make sense. K-I-E-V. No, it's the same word. Oh, I don't know. Holder of invitation. Covine? What else have I got wrong? I've got something wrong here. It's very kind of the Times website to tell me I've got something wrong. But I wish I knew what it was. Most of the... Oh, it could be Feldgrau and Geldfrau. Feldgrau? Field grey? That's what I thought. Covine. Yeah, that's right. Each where must be right. Quina, a pop, oculi. Septemfid, Kiev, beeswax, phalanx, Yankee. They all look right to me. I've still got something wrong that must be here. Could it be Ki? No. So we'll go back to the E. But Volapuk, nosode. Coenzyme. Oh yeah, I didn't like that Z. That Y. Can't be something different. Coenzyme Q. Zapodidae, that felt right. Iguanas, Uja, Glebe, Yankee, Pop, Septemfid. Septemfid wouldn't work. Twitter, beeswax, towels with an S. No. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, that could, I suppose, be make. Okay, I think... No, that's not right. No. Wow, okay, I don't know how to finish this off now. Can't see... Oh, Blaubok. Saw that ages ago and didn't put it in. There we go. 43 minutes. Okay, well, it's a very hard puzzle. I mean, look at the letters in this puzzle. What did we see? We saw 3 Qs earlier. We've got 1 Z now, 2 Zs. Is it a tripangram? Are there 3 of everything? Yep, there's a 3rd Z. J, J, J. X, X, X. B, B. Must be a 3rd one somewhere. There it is, B. Looks like there's 3 of every letter in this, which is an astonishing construction in a way, but what a puzzle. And I mean, got near the end before checking in the dictionary, and I think I did need it for Blaubok and Kiev. If I'd written Blaubok right, I wouldn't have had to look up all the other things, but there we go. Kiev, I mean, that's hard. Holder of invitation. I mean, all I had in my dictionary was a vat or a tub, and I think the word play is Ike as a president without its I. Oh, I see. Invitation initially, shunning president. So that's I coming out of Ike, and then Eve as the first lady. Holder for a vat or tub. There we go. What a puzzle. I mean, an astonishing construction, some ridiculous words in it. Made some progress on my own. Needed a dictionary at the very end. I often do for these puzzles. but some quite good fun to be had, and lots of learning to be done there. Coinside Q. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye now.